And it's Kirei here with my latest assignment for Bella Blvd, and it's all about cards this week. So I've made 3 cards using 3 different collections: To the Moon, Tiny Tots 2.0, and Fireworks and Freedom. So on to the first card, and this is the one I made using the To the Moon collection. It's this more simple card, this particular one, and I do have to confess I have not made cards for so long. So this was actually a really great assignment for me because it just got me back into doing them, and it really made me think, "Oh, I need to do cards a little more actually." Anyway, I had some card blanks, so I did just use a plain white card blank. It's 5 inches by 7 inches, and then I've used one of the pattern papers from the To the Moon collection called Out of This World. I've cut a piece for the front. I've distressed the edges, and I just added some stitching detail around the border, and I'm just sticking that straight down onto the white card. And then I've taken the Chow chipboard stickers from the To the Moon collection, and I'm using some of the letters that are on there. They obviously make up words, but I'm just pulling off different letters because I wanted to sort of mix it all up. So I'm going to have obviously happy birthday, and I'm pulling the letters off that I can use from this the chipboard stickers, and then a couple of the stars as well. And then I'm pulling in the ARIA alphabet in the orange and tony colours, and I'm just adding in the letters that I'm missing. And then it sort of came together pretty quickly actually once I sort of got going. I'm obviously got to add in the happy, so I've used the doohickey stickers also from the To the Moon collection, and I'm just going to stick those above the birthday. And then once I've got those stuck down, I can just add my stars as well, bringing in my trusty T-square so I can make sure that it's absolutely straight. I could not be happy with any sort of wonky letters. Anyway, so they're down, and now I'm just sort of figuring out the stars. I've got the 2 chipboard ones up the top corner and then 2 down the bottom corner, but that yellow one's a little bit large and I'm not quite sure about that one. Then I've just pulled on the one of the scallop borders from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to add the this navy spotty one down the bottom. So I just felt I needed a little bit more navy down there because of the happy in the centre. So I'm just playing around with these chipboard stickers and finally deciding I can actually stick them down. You wouldn't think it would take that long just to pop a few stars on there, but it does for me. I'm so fussy, honestly. So here we go. Okay, I pulled that yellow one off, and I've got the slightly there's 2 smaller stars in this. It's a really soft sort of grey and a no, it's a soft blue, sorry, soft blue and a sort of a soft tealy colour. And then I'm just going to bring in the epoxy stickers, and I'm adding a couple of stars in the navy and the yellow to the 2 clusters. And there we go. Here's the finished card and a couple of close-ups. I did actually add afterwards, I decided to add in some pattern paper inside and a couple of stars just to finish it off. Okay, so on to the next one. And this one I'm using the Tiny Tots 2.0 collection, and I'm pulling out, I've pulled out 6 different pattern papers. So I've pulled out Sidekick, Borders, Be Brave, Pull Snack, Daily Details, and 1, 2, 3s. Most of them are sort of plainer colours, and then I've got the one floral, and I decided I was going to use the floral as a background. And I'm sort of using a bit of a scrapbook, I guess, technique here. I'm sort of bringing that back in regards to design, because I'm going with a grid. And this is really popular in scrapbooking, and it's if you're ever stuck and you've lost your mojo, a grid's a great way to sort of kickstart it. So I'm doing that for the card here, and I'm just cutting up. These are 1.5-inch squares, and the card itself is a 6-inch white card. And so I'm cutting up 2 of each, and then I'm just going to decide the 9 that I will actually use from the 5 different coloured papers that I'm using here. And then once I'm sort of happy with that, here we go. I'm just working it out, and I take off the yellow at the bottom and keep the 2 oranges on. I distress all the edges. I couldn't possibly leave them sort of straight, because it's a bit like scrapbooking. I am really into sort of distress and texture and sort of layers. Right, okay, so I've distressed all the edges, and I've actually stitched around them, all of them as well, the small squares and the large square, just to add a little bit more detail. Again, this is about adding the texture that I like. And then I can get the squares stuck down onto the floral background. Okay, bringing in my ruler again, just to make sure that they are square and straight and pretty even as well. So I can get those all done, and then the fun part comes when I can start to add all the fun embellishments. So it was, I did stick with going with birthday cards actually for all of them. And I've sort of made them that they're suitable really for any age versus they're not just children. I don't have kids, and so I have friends who have children, but I'd like to be able to make sure that they're quite versatile. So yeah, these could be, all of the cards could be used for any age really. Okay, and I'm bringing in all of the fun stickers now. So I've got the epoxy stickers. I bring in that cute Bella Pops that you can see there. I use the bee and the flower from that one. And then I also bring in, I've got the ephemera icons as well. So some of the flowers and the bees are from that. And did I say epoxy stickers? Yes, I think I did. Anyway, the epoxy stickers that you can see there on the left. So I'm just sort of playing around, getting some of these stuck down, and then I will sort of can't quite decide. So I'm thinking, which ones do I add in? Do I bring some of and the puffy stickers in? So I'm just playing around and sticking things down, but I do make a couple of changes off camera as I go. So still sort of working them in here, but they are so cute and I love all the colours. I did look at this and think, oh my goodness, did the floral black background, is it just too much? And should I have gone with something a bit plainer? But actually, I really like it. It's lots and lots of fun. And it's a bit like a flower garden, really, with the little bees buzzing around and the ladybugs as well. So yeah, it worked for me in the end. But at one point I was a little bit, oh, have I overdone it? But no, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Okay, I'm just figuring out that the alpha. So I've brought in the alpha, I should say, for the sentiment, and I'm going to have on this one birthday wishes. Initially, I thought it was going to be happy birthday, but I decided to do birthday wishes. And I've got the aria alpha in the puffy stickers here in punch, and I'm going to have birthday across there, and then I bring in the Florence alphabet stickers in the peep, and I'll bring those in just underneath. So I've sort of getting those stuck on. Sorry about my head. Yes, I know I've got to lean over and have a look, and it is in the way. But again, just making sure that they're all nicely centered, and then I'll bring in and I can add the wishes as well. I bring in the lime coloured as well and stickers there, and wasn't completely sure, but I decided no, the pink was better because I had that green square and I felt it would just get a bit lost. So I'm sticking with the Florence alpha in the heap. Okay, so there we go. The sentiments on, or just adding the dot. Yep, there we go. Okay, and pretty much I moved along there quite quickly, didn't I? Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's it finished. There was the last few bits and pieces that I did add, and then I'm adding a piece inside. I did just add stitching around the edges of that and a couple of the cute puffy sticker bees. There we go. So that's card number 2. And a couple of close-ups of the details with all the cute ephemera and stickers that I used. And the final card. So this one I've used the Fireworks and Freedom collection, and I've just pulled out. These are the doohickey stickers, and I'm going to use these 12-inch sort of border stickers here, and I'm actually just de-sticking them at the moment. I just with my brush there, I've got powder in there, and then I can. Oops, that pulled apart, but that's fine. So I'm just doing that for all of them because I want to sort of curl them up slightly. And my idea is I'm going to stitch them all onto my background. So I'm again using a white card blank. It's a 7x5. And here I'm just actually working out the sizes. I'm going to mix it up. So they're going to be different lengths of these different like scallop strips and curly strip here, and then I'm just going to stitch them across and then layer up with a bit more detail. There's a lot going on this card, I have to say. Okay, so just sort of figuring it all out here, and I love the mix of the red and the white, the blue, and even though this collection is obviously for 4th of July, which we don't celebrate in the UK, it still works really, really well as a a generic type card. So I was determined to do that. So I'm bringing in, these are the ephemera, the fireworks from the ephemera icons pack, and I'm going to sort of layer them up, and I'm just going to, and then my sentiment's going to be, yay, it's your birthday. So I felt like the fireworks were perfect for a bit of a birthday, celebration. So done all of that. And now I'm going to get all the stitching done. So I decided to actually stitch it onto a piece of the pattern paper. This is actually one of the Bella Blvd's hearts and ombre papers in Macintosh. So I've got them all down, stitched all down, and I added some of the washi tape as well from the Fireworks and Freedom collection, the stars one. So you can see that there. And then stitch down each of the strips, and you can see that they're slightly raised. Again, that just gives me that dimension, and it really harks back to how I scrapbook. I really do that. Nothing's stuck completely flat because I do like to get that dimension into a layout, and I'm doing the same here on my card. So here I'm bringing in the Chow chipboard stickers from the Fireworks and Freedom as well, and just adding, it just adds a different texture from just the ephemera. So I'm adding that one in there. And then I've got some of the stars from the ephemera as well, and I'm just having a look at where they're going to go. And I think I'll start to get those stuck down, and then I stop because I think I need to just make sure that I fit my sentiment in before I get these stuck down. So I've got that top one done, and I start to do this, and then I think I take them off and move them to the side actually and wait so that I can actually get my title sorted. That first firework there I had on foam pads, but I changed my mind and put it just glued it straight down because there's already quite a bit of dimension and I didn't really need to add any more. Okay, so now I'm pulling in the Florence alphabet stickers. I've got Blueberry and Macintosh, and I tried both of them, but my thought was I would just stick them straight down, but that didn't work. So I went with the Blueberry and I added them onto a piece of white paper and then just trimmed around them, and then they pop much better from the background because, as I said, there is a lot going on this card as well. So here we go, just getting the stars now stuck down and the title stuck down as well, now that I've worked out where everything's going. And then I'm almost done, and I do actually then add some splatters, I think. Yes, I do. I add some white paint splatters. So again, I've really used really the sort of style that I would scrapbook in, and I've applied that to the card. Certainly the second and this last card as well, with layers, texture, stitching, splatters, etc. So yeah, so here we go. Just add those splatters. And then I'm done. As I say, I really enjoyed making the cards. It was a great assignment because it pushed me into doing something that I have not done for ages. Oh, don't forget insert. Actually, that's right. Nearly forgot. I'd popped it inside the card. So again, just a piece of the hearts and ombre paper in the Macintosh, and I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'm going to add another one of the firework, the ephemera pieces just at the top in there, just so it adds a bit of detail rather than it being just completely plain. And that's it. I think I'm done. Okay, so there's my 3 cards. Here's the close-ups of the last card. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. They came together really, really well, and I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and I'm sure I'll be doing some more in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye for now.